Welcome back. I thought I would give you guys another update log as to what's going on behind the scenes with Blood Royale right now, and I have a couple updates and one big one. The first one I'll get out of the way is I am currently attempting to recruit some people who have good calculation skills, as Blood Royale is going to be very calc heavy, and I don't want to have a death battle situation where the calculations are either made up or just done so poorly it's just absolutely enraging and leads to characters being stronger or weaker than they should be. And I may have found a guy where doing some talking, and we'll see how that goes. And I will say, if you are a bit of a whiz when it comes to calculations and you'd be interested in joining the team, send me a DM and we'll definitely talk it out. The reason why I'm searching for calc masters is because my calculation skills are average at best. They're not terrible, but they're not amazing either. And I feel like if I want Blood Royale to be exactly what I envision it to be, I'm going to need to get people that are not just okay at what they do, but are absolutely great at it. And I know there are some people out there that are just ridiculously good with numbers and math and all that. And that's great, and hopefully we can get some on the crew. But with that out of the way, here's a big one, and for those of you who may have been excited about Gon versus Deku, this is probably going to bum you out, but I recently came into some information that was brought to my attention, and the way it was explained to me is recently a My Hero Academia movie came out, and I was alerted that Deku now has a feat that him and his buddy calculated. I'm currently talking to both individuals to get more information on this, but they said they calculated this feat to be small country level, or country level, something along the lines of that. Point being, given what I know about Gon, this heavily screws up the balance of the fight, because though I don't expect the characters to be perfectly even with one another, you know that I feel that compatibility is very, very important, and looking back at it in hindsight, rather this feat is truly country level or not, what I've come to realize is I probably jumped the shark a little bit when it came to this particular matchup, and it may have been stupid of me to do this, considering that Deku's story is not complete yet, but Gon's is, and as a result of this, Deku may still gain access to some kind of ability or form that he may not have had before. As I've mentioned before, it's usually a bad idea to use characters that have incomplete stories or character arcs, because there's always that possibility that just like Goku or Superman, they could gain some kind of new power, ability, or form that could potentially change up the fight, and it looks like that's what happened. Now, this is somewhat my fault, but at the same time, this was also caused by unforeseen events that I had no way of anticipating. I probably should have just played it safe and waited to do this fight for a later season. And I truly am sorry for anyone who is excited for this matchup. I didn't want it to be this way, but if what I've been told is true, then for Gon's sake, it would be unfair of me to put him against an opponent that is potentially that powerful, because the Hunter x Hunter universe isn't exactly the most powerful universe in the world, at least in terms of raw power, and from what I've seen of Gon, if Deku truly is country level, then he would get completely obliterated. So that's that. I'm going to try to find a new replacement for Gon as soon as possible, and if failed at, I'll just cancel this fight altogether and come up with something completely different, like when I had to quickly replace Lucy's opponent for someone different. If you have any suggestions of who should be Gon's new opponent, please let me know, or if you have any ideas for just an all-new fight, and I'll put Gon and Deku on the back burner, leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys around when the next update occurs.
No, I'm a drug